It's Week 15 of the NFL, and the spotlight falls on Trenton Simpson.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw out.
There he goes, right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A good run there off right tackle. In old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. For Marshall, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. We're only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He will have the Titans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping if one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. 14 for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Here's a 2nd and 5. First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Brewer. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? You talk about this Titan defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Third down at 7. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Texans had 5 and 8, 3 games under 500. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They run up the gut with Kelly. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks, you tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Official foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
That is caught by Dell. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They go play action with Richardson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there at 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes. And
he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Matt Breida, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Nolan Smith, he's the 5, and it brings up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. And here's Brad Robbins now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Was hoping to make... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. A run between the tackles with Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Off play action. Richardson. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Richardson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far with this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
Again, Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now is 2nd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. How do they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Richardson off the play fake. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's too hard to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Fielded just inside the 30. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Now Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
And now a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Jones. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Wilson. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigga his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Extra point and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston set to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Richardson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring it down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there and lost double-digit yards on that sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans now just about ready to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Wilson's that's taken in by Okonkwo. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
There he goes, left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Forget the run-off, shock the D, and rip off a pretty big play. So first cover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pass complete to Cordero Patterson out of the backfield. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson from 13 yards out. And the Titans have even the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come.
Now they're on their heels a bit right now. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Nashville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 more there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Come on. Hey.
On first down, here's Breida. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now a give to Breida.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Obviously, the thought process is to score a touchdown there on first and goal, but that loss, that's not critical. Holding on to the football is. Make sure they come away with no less than a field goal in the lead. That's uppermost in their minds.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Kelly. Touchdown, Houston.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Richardson going to move him around. They run it with Breida. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now inside the 25. Garrett Wilson, touchdown, Titans. Garrett Wilson, 79 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And probably a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Matt Breida, the offense, heading back out.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run again with Breida.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
They'll give up the middle to Kelly. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run forward with Kelly.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They run with Breida, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here's Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down 28-21. A minute 14 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Tony. And they work this well upfield across the 45. There's Wilson. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Out comes a and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only